That's all right, man. There's a lot of folks want to
Now,
be like me. I don't take it personal no more. A lot of folks want to be like me. As you climb the ladder, sometimes it's going to happen to you. It's all right. It's all right.
First of all, I'm going to let you keep that intro. You can do the woo and we back. I'm going to come up with my own stuff.
Thank y'all so much for joining us right here on the Real 1100 AM iHeartRadio, taking in all over the world.
All over the globe. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about my solo careers. I'm going solo.
Not again. All right.
I'm just, man.
Let's have this short conversation.
First of all, I'm going to let everybody know, if y'all want to see me solo, comment in the chat about how you want me to go ahead and do the...
Play them crickets for
Don't play the cricket. Miles, you are not on his payroll. You do not have to listen to what this man say. Look, why y'all hate on me, man?
That's all right.
Let me shine, bro.
All right.
Let me shine.
I ain't trying to stop you, bro.
I'm
trying to get out the way.
Let me damage my own self, huh?
There you go. Let's go ahead and get these announcements out of the way real quick. If you are out in the Douglasville area and you need a haircut like myself, I'm coming to see you today, bro. I want you to visit my good friends over at Studio 1211.
Yeah.
Right there at 6405 Fairburn Road.
Yeah.
You can call them at 770-485-6772. Ask speak to Melvin. Tell them KC sent you to get a free cut right here on the #1 rated business show.
And if you're tired of getting haircuts, you can get something that just sewn in and it stays the same length all the time.
I'm gonna go in there and tell them KC sent me today. I'm gonna see if I can get that free cut. If you're still trying to get your summer body right, Jeff.
My body right.
If you're still trying to get your summer body right, so you can take your shirt off, that's all right, Jeff.
Check this out. I'm gonna take my shirt off and have a stack of money in my hand. We're gonna see who gets the best response. How about that?
You should have played that Rick James for. That was you should have played. Lord have mercy. But if you are trying to get that body right, I want you to go visit my friends out in the Smyrna area at 1834 South Cobb Industrial Boulevard. Right there in beautiful Smyrna, Georgia. You can visit them online at titans.net. They're a world-class training facility. Fitness programs, nutrition, vitality, personalized training, everything that you need to get right.
Do you know how hard it is to run with a stack of money in your pocket? I mean, that's a workout by itself, bro.
That's what they say, bro.
I'm just saying. That it be weighing me down, bro.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. Nah, y'all don't believe that because I ain't trying to get run up on. They be like, oh, he be walking around with a stack of money in his pocket.
When you front like you got everything, don't nobody want to help you. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
I'm just saying, man.
And be the main one.
Nah, I'm just saying, man. I need to get my respiratory in order, man. Get the breathing exercise, start doing the cardio a little bit more.
Get off the whiskey.
You can make it. Oh, we're not going to talk about getting your custom whiskey.
No, this is not the alcoholic show today.
Yeah.
What do we have for our marketing moment?
Man, the marketing moment today is understand that you need to be seen.
All right.
You got to be seen out there. A lot of us are holding it back. We're saying, well, we want to be perfect first. We want to go ahead and get out there when we get everything right. But it's better to get seen. Just be out there.
Okay.
Let the public tell you what they like, what they don't like.
Okay.
Let the public tell you that Jeff needs to go solo. That's what I'm talking about. That's your marketing minute for today.
That's why you be all around town popping selfies of yourself and all this type of stuff.
Man, I still can't get the selfie game right, man.
Jeff is like the selfie king.
I am not. I do not do selfies.
Look at me.
No, I don't. Look at my Instagram, man. It is big.
Exactly. You see all these tripods you got in here to take a picture of.
And all of them pointed to KC. Look, every single one of them pointed to KC.
When you're a star, you're a star. You can't deny it. I'm just saying,
Nah,
bro.
man. My shine is too bright, man. And I'm tired of taking people to the eye doctors, man.
Your camera
my shine is too bright.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, be seen. I'm about to give me a camera crew just to walk around and follow me around.
I do like the information.
Shout out to E-Tray Productions. They do a great job.
E-Tray Productions.
Yeah, Eugene does a great job.
Who is that?
See, there it is. He don't even know.
Shameless.
He don't even know.
My bad. I'm sorry.
You need to get out more.
I only work with professionals. Okay.
I'm telling you, this brother has done everything from Nickelodeon to Jay Morrison. He's done it all. You need to get out more, bro. I'm gonna get him on the show. I'm gonna get him on the show. He don't even know you.
Just tell him, hey, you got KC.
Ain't nobody studying you, Otis. Ain't nobody studying you.
But no, back to it's very true.
Mhm.
You cannot get business if don't nobody see you.
That's right.
Like seriously, when you're invisible to the world, if you don't have what you need, you ain't got your Facebook, you ain't got your website, you ain't got your social media and all this other type of stuff together. It's like it's almost impossible for folks to find you.
That's true.
So it's true. It's like you need to do something to try to get attention for your business. And a lot of times, like you say, when you out actually doing business
Mhm.
and folks see you out doing business, then they want to do business with you. So
yeah. And here's the ratchet tip for the day. Get yourself an ugly friend, stand beside you, make you look better. That's why I got KC over here, make me look better.
He did not.
He snapped,
He
bro.
made me the ugly friend.
He snapped, bro.
Did he make me the ugly
Yeah,
friend?
he snapped.
Wow.
I'm just putting you up on game.
My feelings are hurt. I would have never said something so just that's hurtful, Jeff.
The truth does that sometimes.
Wow. My
Jeff
mama
on the
told me
roll
I
today.
look good. I'm just saying, my mama told me I look good.
Man, let's talk about some.
There's some women in the studio. Do I look good?
Amazing.
Thank you. Can I get some? Am I fine? Shawty, you know it. She's smiling like I wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Would you go out with me or Jeff? What you doing
The
after
Me
this?
Too movement is real. Jeff said nothing
let's
about
just get it right.
nothing.
What you doing after this?
Jeff said
You
nothing
getting a drink with me or Jeff?
about nothing. Jeff is not going to be in court with KC talking about he said.
See, when it's time to
no.
put the rubber to the road, he don't want to go nowhere. You see what I'm saying?
Jeff done seen enough. I done seen some things.
Join us to the program. Goodness. We got something to do, bro.
A man that did the corner classes.
The corner classes.
A man that had brought you the Legacy Center.
Mm.
Treff.
I've been over to the Legacy Center. It's a beautiful spot.
It is.
Like, and the thing I do love about the Legacy Center, so many times when you go to a lot of these places, it's like, don't get me wrong, I love Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and all that type of stuff, but there's so many other black folk did stuff.
I know.
Especially recently.
And they don't name them.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
I
the
know.
one thing I love when I went over there. It's like you see more recent versions of what we look like.
Yeah.
And that's such a beautiful thing to be celebrating those folks like that for real.
Yeah. Have you been upstairs?
Yeah, I actually saw the big huge facility y'all got. They got a huge room. We was looking at doing the top 25 up there for the Atlanta Business Journal. So yeah. I have actually spoken on that platform, sir.
You heard that, Jeff?
You walking in before everybody gets there and says, 1 2 1 2, mic check, is not speaking, bro.
Check my Instagram. Now, anyway, let's get to our guest today. All right.
All right,
let's
let's do
deal
it.
with
Let's
the
do
ego
it.
in
Let's
this
do
room.
it.
It's
Let's
getting
do
hot,
it.
ain't it?
I'm getting
It's
hyped.
warm in here. Ain't
I'm
it?
getting hyped because I followed this man for years. I done had the privilege to work with this man, work for this man, work in this man's presence. The king himself, Jay Morrison, is in the house.
The one and only. Thank you so much for joining us.
Building in real life. Peace, King.
Peace. Thank you for coming here. And
pleasure.
we're gonna talk about real things instead of this whatever he got going on.
That's all
I
right.
mean, the brother got a kingdom shirt on. I'm kind of like,
Thank
you
you.
my guy. You my guy.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
does.
The brother got a kingdom shirt
And
on.
we're gonna
Kingdom
talk
for
about
Kings.
that kingdom.
So you and
yeah.
Jeff go way back.
We go back.
So you already know. So we ain't even got to. We can X you out the conversation. Change.
I don't know,
Jeff
Jeff.
on this man right here.
I ain't gonna lie. Jeff's kind of solid in the organization. I ain't gonna front. He held that IT thing down. You going Jeff office and head down.
I ain't gonna lie. He had with them emails, bro.
Yeah.
He'll put together a strategy on you. Next thing you know, you gonna got 15 emails from the dude.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. He was about to big up Kingdom. I was trying to give you the play in. You just messed it all up. Talk about the Kingdom, man, because y'all, we're gonna talk afterwards about the Kingdom because that's the whole movement. Yeah, but anyway, let's
About
go
that
on.
Kingdom life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In real life.
But now
Yeah.
let's make this about you today
Yes, sir.
instead of
I like that
Jeff
too.
as usual.
I like that. I'm
Me.
fine with
But-
that.
Yeah.
I like it that way.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us about, because today is our Wealth Wednesday. This is the day we really start talking about finance, money, how to get more money, how to build more finances. So tell us a little bit about your background and where you come from, because I know a lot of folks know your name and know the reputation, but tell us just a little bit of your backstory for us.
Sure. No, I appreciate that kind of alley-oop because I got revelation a couple of days ago that was unique about me as a financial expert, financial activist, servant leader to the community, is that when I approach building wealth, approach legacy building, and approach finance, y'all are getting I'm obviously my 41 years of life experiences,
Okay.
but y'all are getting 25 years of money experience
Okay.
but diverse money experience.
Okay.
So I'm talking about like you say, tell me about yourself. So I'm gonna tell it in a storyline kind of way, but with a lesson attached. I got a lesson in everything. I'm a teacher, educator at heart.
All right.
So you're talking about a welfare kid. So I know the welfare money plays.
Oh yeah.
The paper food stamps. Right. Someone that grew up below the poverty line. 6 of us in a 2-bedroom. Right. High school dropout at 16 years old. I went to the at-risk program for the at-risk kids. Graduated high school from a vocational high school. But landed myself in prison 4 months after I graduated high school for drug trafficking from New York to Maryland to Lincoln, Nebraska.
That's a real reality for a lot of us. So,
I'm everybody's cousin. I'm everybody's cousin that sold drugs.
I got you.
You feel me? 15 years old, on the corner to see my first 10,000 at 17 to over 100,000 by 18.
Wow.
Right? Big boy cars at 19. $50,000 car in the hood, red Lincoln Navigator, paid cash.
Oh yeah.
19. In the hood. I'm saying that not for bragging rights. Saying
I get it.
I've been making money purchase in place. Rolex, Blueface Submariner at 17.
Wow.
I've been making jewelry decisions early. You feel me?
No, for real.
Right. Got into after 2.5 years in prison by 21 years old, 3 felonies in 3 different states by 21 years old. I've been on work release, ankle bracelets, house monitoring, probation, parole, intent to provision parole, and served time in 7 different prisons between Maryland, New Jersey, and New York.
Wow.
Life experience, right? Got into real estate in 2005 as a landlord. Got my first duplex in Bound Brook, New Jersey with 4 acres of land.
Okay.
Right? Then got into landlording, house flipping, wholesaling, building, developing. Then as I saw the commissions my realtors were making, got my real estate license.
Okay.
Started getting commissions there, 6 figures in real estate as a realtor.
Wow.
Then saw the commissions that my loan officers were getting and got my mortgage license.
Now tell me this, as we start to walk through this. Now, coming from that street game, the whole game of selling drugs and stuff, because it's big business, like folks would not believe. Like seriously, you got to know.
We are the best entrepreneurs.
But how did you kind of getting into the real estate game? How did you kind of relate what you learned in the streets to the real estate game and start to take some of that knowledge from there and then start to use that to invest in the real estate game?
Well, so when you think about it, everybody in the world don't smoke crack.
Okay.
Everybody don't need crack. Everybody don't need cocaine.
Okay.
But everybody needs somewhere to live.
Oh yeah.
So I had success selling a product that I couldn't market publicly. I couldn't put on advertising. I couldn't give you. Well, I did have business cards, but that's another story. but my OG told me different. Yeah. But my point is, I had to sell a product in the underworld and seen hundreds of thousands, nearly millions doing it in the underworld of a product that everybody don't need.
Yeah.
So when I got into real estate and saw that I got an industry that I could market publicly, that I could advertise publicly, and it's a product that everybody needs. Where we sitting at right now? What's this?
It's real estate. We lease.
Where we leave after this when we go home, go to eat, lunch, go to church, mosque, temple. Is all what?
KC be on the corner though.
What's that though?
Real estate.
No matter where you take it.
Yesterday I saw him with his shirt off and his shoes off, sitting on Marietta and Northside. And I was like, KC, bro, get yourself together.
Get yourself together.
I was waiting on my no man. That's another show. But back to you.
So actually, some interesting story is one thing I did learn in the game. When I was 16 years old, I took a train from New Jersey Transit to Harlem, New York, and that's where I found my connect at 16 years old. My connect was a Dominican guy uptown. It was 2 guys, Pio Janito. How I found him was no one in my town would give me their plug.
Okay.
So I'm 16. I'm trying to compete with everybody. All they want to do is give me packs to work for them. I'm like, yo, I'm not nobody's worker. I don't want to be a runner.
I got you.
I don't want a job. I want to be the boss. So they're like, listen, you better get your own shit then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, where I gotta go? They're like, I ain't telling you. All I can tell you is in Harlem. Okay. So I just randomly took a random train to New York and asked a taxi driver to take me to Harlem. And a taxi driver was like, yo, it'd be too expensive for me to take you to Harlem. I don't even want to charge you. Just take the 1 and 9 train. I took the 1 and 9, got off in Harlem. It's 1 million Dominicans out there selling coke.
Wow.
At that time, I buy with somebody, but as I'm leaving and just exploring this world of uptown Broadway in Harlem, New York, it was a dude. Everybody was frantic trying to sell me coke. Poppy, I got it for you, 28 grand. Poppy, I got it for you, 21 grand. Poppy, come here. And this one dude was just smooth, little chain on, sitting there on a crate. And he was like, Poppy, come here. And he handed me a business card. And his business card said, Pio Janito, the professionals. He said, next time you come, you see me. Don't worry about all that. What I took from that into the business world, y'all mentioned your marketing and how you got to announce yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I learned about announcing myself from that, but how to announce myself.
Okay.
Okay.
So when I got into business, I always was very, very he was just so classy and so cool and so pristine, right? So even my first business cards was like a nice quality, thick business card with the gold writing, Mr. Real Estate. And like, so I just took a level of like prestige into like my business career.
Okay.
So when I crossed over from the streets or from the corner to the corner office, the streets to the suites, and I got into real estate in 2005, I didn't get into real estate trying to be a hood dude in real estate.
Okay.
Right. I transformed my whole image, my whole life, how I spoke, what I call my verbal appearance, my physical appearance, because I wanted the clients I want to attract.
Yeah.
Like Pio, he wanted to attract a me. He didn't want a knucklehead drug dealer.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay.
He wanted
a boss.
He wanted a boss. Right.
Okay.
And so I took that. That was one like skill set that I took into the business that I learned from the streets. Supply and demand, of course, I took into business, but also what I took from the streets, what I took into real estate and professional business, and going through my story, we stopped at like me being 27. We'll get into the rest of the last 13 years in a second. But what I also learned was about building teams and building systems.
Okay.
So like when I would hustle, I'd send somebody to my connect. I'd give them the money. They go see my plug in Yonkers. This is a new plug in Yonkers. They'd get the work.
Okay.
They take the work to a stash house we had in Irvington, New Jersey, in Maple Gardens, the little studio we had. Mind you, I haven't seen the drugs yet.
Okay.
They put the drugs in a blender. They put it out over a big table. They spray it down with this little water mist we got. They put it back in these bags, put it into what we call a compressor machine, and the girls would sit on it, and they take a car jack in an apartment. They'll jack up the work back to a brick after we already cut it and made 300 grams or 700 grams.
Wow.
And then they take that work down to Baltimore, go see what they got to see, and then they bring the money back, and then all I do is count the money.
Okay.
Well, I brought into a business world is no different than how we run our real estate business. You worked in our companies.
Yeah.
No different how we situate our business. How many times did I actually see the websites before they were done?
Very few times.
All I do is give the vision.
Very end,
yeah.
Very end, you'd be like, okay, yeah, it looks good, or change this a little bit, and we good to go.
So it'd be the expert at hiring experts. Like your transporters transport.
Okay.
Like your web designers web design. Like your graphic designers graphic design.
But
like,
you know, I find it's just a certain person that has a certain mentality to see things that way. Because you know, a lot of folks just do it yourself type people, but they don't realize the type of handicap that you're giving yourself by trying to do everything.
Well, like you say, he put together processes and teams. And processes and teams, like I always say, process equals profit. I mean, when it comes down to it, if you're trying to do it yourself, you can't take days off. You can't take slack time.
And you can't scale.
Yeah.
And I think that's forced me into always having to find people and systems, right? My 4 Ps, personnel, people, process, procedures, and protocols.
Okay.
I was wired that way because mind you, I was in a small town in Somerville, New Jersey. We always making about 1,000 a day. It's about 15 of us.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, I don't want to be like the rest of y'all. Like I'm always thinking the next level. So I took my work immediately out of town. Right, because I want to scale, but you can't scale if it's only you.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
you got to get people to replace certain functions of things you do. So I don't want to drive to New York and take all the risk getting the drugs.
Yeah.
If I get locked up, the whole thing go down.
I know that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you start finding people to be experts at what they do. So you know what? You're a better driver than me, and you look better driving than me. You look like you ain't gonna get caught. Cool. You drive. Right. You do this, you do that. So that's something I took from the game that I brought into business. I always thought scale. So when I became a realtor, I started as everyone said, you can't do real estate with felonies, bro. Same people,
whatever you want to.
people told me in prison when I was serving 1 to 3 in prison, upstate New York. I had a gun charge. I had a gun charge and a quarter kilo of cocaine. They said you can't get work release with a gun charge. That was literally New York law. You can't have work release with a gun charge. Well, I'm like, well, if I apply for work release, do I get in trouble?
Okay.
They're like, no. I'm like, well, if I can apply for work release and I don't get in trouble if I do, I'm applying for work release.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Let
them tell me no.
I hate them damn folks that got all that badass
let them tell me no
all the time.
Bro,
you don't know what the hell they talking about.
Right. So look, I apply for work release 3 weeks later. Robinson, get off your bunk. You're going to Lincoln. Deuces.
Wow.
Same ones up there sitting, you telling you, oh, you wasting your time doing that. You stupid for doing that.
Okay.
Bro, I'm out. So I took that into business as well. I always shoot my shot, and I don't let the naysayers. I let the naysayers say. I just don't listen to them.
Okay.
Y'all naysay. That's what y'all do. Y'all naysay.
Now,
cool.
Now, how do you get that mental toughness that you just don't seem to care whether somebody say no or not? Because a lot of people approach business in 2 different facets. From what I see, it's either you very, very kind of shy. You might have
Mhm.
a good product, you might have a good service, and you might feel like, well, y'all kind of need this. You know what I'm saying? But you're not as I would say
Aggressive.
aggressive with it.
Yep.
And then you got other folks got an attitude like you, nah, bro, you need what I got. You better come get this now.
Yeah.
You know, where does that attitude of that? Do you call that attitude, or do you call that more of a passion and a drive?
Assertiveness.
Oh man, I think it is an attitude. I think it's a characteristic, right? And actually, when I was locked up at that same time in '99 New York, it was this king. I remember his name for some reason. It was Deuce 5 was his name. He was from upstate New York. He was a rapper, and he had this line in his rap. He was like, "Ride with me, I'm gonna switch lanes and pass you."
Mm.
And I love that.
Dope lyric.
That's all
Yeah.
right bars.
Yeah.
That's always my mentality. It's like, yo, I know I'm the one. So like,
Mhm.
whether you know it or not, I'll show
got
y'all later. But it's gonna show up. I believe in myself.
Yeah.
I believe, and I also believe the calling that God has on me. I know I'm favored. I know I'm special.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I get you don't see that now,
Yeah.
right? Like even in my hood, like I wasn't like the most likely to succeed in drug dealers. Like I was like the last of the totem pole. It's the guys out there that was more tougher than me, that were more thorough than me in the streets. They was all of that. They wear the big old gold chains, all the cars, and I run around with a white tee on and just chilling. But I got 40, 50,000 put up. Like I was never in to try to prove to people who I was. It's like I'm gonna let my works show who I was. I'm gonna let the end result show you who was right in front of you the whole time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
That's what I do to Jeff every day. By the end of the show, he realized he's like, all right, bro, I give up.
You
All right,
him.
You can have. You that dude. But no, let's fast forward a little bit because we fastly running to the end of this interview. Let's fast forward to modern day.
He don't even know
So-
who Biggie is. I just
Tupac over here, homie. Don't have me come back to the hit him up. We got to hit him up still.
Hey, play that Biggie. Who
We got
shot
to
you?
get to him one more time for the day out.
Who shot
But
you?
but now let's talk about modern day. What are you
Okay.
doing now?
Yeah, so fast forward, that illustrious real estate career, celebrity realtor, gotten to be an author, leader, speaker, many things. Today, currently, that same 3-time felon, that same at-risk youth is now the fund manager for the largest Black-owned real estate crowdfund in the history of the country. That's the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. I'm a fund manager. I'm a CEO, real estate private lender, developer, and educator, right? And so I've educated over 500,000 students.
Okay.
Through the J. Morrison Academy, what's now known as Legacy Center University, and really a servant to our people, a lover of our people, and I'm a solutionist. I'm literally committed to not just finding but enacting the solutions we need for our people to end our political oppression, to end our economic exploitation, as Malcolm called it, and our social degradation. And so, not only am I a financial activist, I'm a political and social activist as well. And the co-founder with my wife, Ernestine Morrison, of the Legacy Center, aka the Black House, right? The 30,000 square feet, 2.6 acre campus in Atlanta, Georgia. That's a media and event space, business hub and incubator, and an empowerment space for our people. So everything you see me touch is going to be about some level of solution, of organizing, of mobilizing, and us doing for self what we can do for ourselves.
Now we got to talk about that legacy, son. I'm also the CEO of the Atlanta Journal.
Oh, awesome.
And we got a big event that we do every year to celebrate, African Americans in business. And definitely you qualify to be one of them, but it's called our Top 25 Atlanta event. And I've actually looked at the Legacy Center once before for it. I think it'd be a perfect place for us to do it. Like, seriously.
I would love to. Indoor, outdoor campus, newly renovated. It's just, the energy is amazing there. Like when you walk through the building, it's just Black excellence all over. Like it's really the Black House.
Like I said, I love it because it's one of the first places I walked in. Seriously, most places dedicated to, African Americans or being Black and this type of stuff. First thing you're gonna see Martin Luther King, Jesse. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they don't even show Malcolm.
Right.
They do Malcolm so damn dirty.
Malcolm, like
I get it.
Yeah.
Use a little much for your time, bro. But I mean, he pushed us forward, man.
Facts.
That's
Yeah.
true.
We got Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Minister Louis Farrakhan on the wall. We got modern activists, Tamika Mallory, Sean King on the wall. We got Dick Gregory, Huey P. Newton, Muhammad Ali, so many others. It's a place that honors our community and empowers our community. But so that's who I am. I'm a very, very intricate, complex kind of person.
I see you full of energy, man. I love that.
Listen, I'm a ball of energy. Life's amazing.
I hear your name so often, man. I'm glad I finally got a chance to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Like,
yes,
seriously,
sir.
because your name come up in a lot of conversations around the city.
They be talking about me. Yeah.
I don't hear Jeff name that much, but it's all right. It's all right.
see, like he said, he put me on the team as a specialist to do what I do best. And what I do best is behind the scenes, making it all the things work. What you do best is sit in the front and take all the credit. Oh, snap.
Give it some. There you go.
See?
That's what haters get right here on the #1 rated business show. Listen to Tupac, all right? He talking to you. He talking to you.
Miles, who shot you?
But now, man, before we get out of here, let just tell us a little bit. Why is it so important for you at this stage of your career? You obviously are a super successful person, and you've done so much. Why is it so important to be teaching your community these things?
I really resonate with how I came up. Like bro, I'm just like inside to that little hood boy that was like, how we get out of this, you know? Yeah. And so when I teach to my younger self, I teach to my 17-year-old self. I just resonate like, and I also see the potential. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like I put up an Instagram post the other day. Like I was 21 with 3 felonies.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But seen over 21 million in my real life. It's like, yo, I'm not like,
no, that's serious.
Yeah, so it's like I seen what God could do with me. So if he could use me as a vessel to pull some little greatness out of you or give you some gain that helps your family, your legacy. That's why I did the 65 corner classes in 34 cities, teaching on the street corner in real life. It's like I want our people to have it wherever you at, because I just know what it did for me. Like my mom, I watched my mom grow up through drug abuse, through domestic violence. I'm talking about my mom. I watched my mom get her butt whooped, bro. Like literally waking up to that. I watched all the ills of the hood and all of that. But now I see my mom today, retired, owns an acre of land, development property, a realtor. She's financially lit. She's at peace. Yeah. Like, yo, every dude want to take care of their mama, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to, and not just with the money, because you can hustle and do it, but my mom can free herself. She don't need me to free her.
Yeah.
She empowered the information. So like, that's why I do it, is because I want us to all be able to leave a greater legacy. And through my life experiences, that's what's so unique for me, is my life experiences. I'm able to reach people on so many different levels. Like I worked at Sotheby's International Realty, the world's largest luxury real estate company. So I know the corporate trap. I've been in the hood. I know the corner trap. Right. So like I've been in my life. I've been bankrupt before. I've been divorced before. I got 3 daughters out of state. Like, bro, I got like pretty much every black man experience you can have. I done been sick.
I know how you feel, bro.
Yeah, you feel me? Like I got it.
Yeah.
And so if I can survive, and I know the formula to survive and the formula to have master peace is how starts my relationship with the Most High, and how I tap into the higher frequency. Yeah. And then be able to bring those downloads to my family and then the community. Like if I know my formula that's worked for me, I got to get that formula back, whether it's financial, spiritual, business, and all of that.
And really, I mean, if nobody gets the message, it's because they didn't look. Because you do give the corner class for free. You do give so much back to the community for free. All they got to do is just watch. I mean, really. I mean, I've seen this man on the corner class where it's actually in bad neighborhoods. It's cops that are like, yo, you shouldn't be here
in the rain.
And he's talking to people. Him and his wife are literally standing there telling the message. And if you're not stopping and just listening, that's on you.
If anybody want to support you, if anybody want to come out to the Legacy Center, if anybody just want to follow you and get advice, how can folks reach out to you?
Yeah, so an easy resource for everyone, free trainings, curriculum, books, all that is legacycenteruniversity.com. If you want to learn the 5 wealth principles of create cash, keep cash, grow cash, protect cash, and pass it on, go to legacycenteruniversity.com. Easy to follow me for daily inspiration and advice on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook at Mr. J Morrison. That's J-A-Y, at Mr. J Morrison, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all platforms. Hit me up. We got an amazing mentorship program. I'll literally take you from zero to hero if you want to put the work in. We do high-level mentorship and coaching for fund managers, those who have wealth and want to scale their wealth. If you're a beginner just trying to crack in, we got game for you too. So anybody want to tap in at Mr. J Morrison on all platforms, legacycenteruniversity.com. And if you want to lease our space in Atlanta or collaborate with us, legacycenter.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Jay Morrison.
Peace.
Right here on the #1 rated business show. We got to take a break. We'll be right back from right here on the Real 1100 AM iHeartRadio, taking in all over the world. It's the Ross RKC.
And Mr. Marketology.
And we'll be back after this.
Stop when I fall the plot. Neighbors call the cops as they heard mad shots. Saw me in the drop, 3 1/4, slaughter, electrical tape.
At Align for Life, we work with attorneys across the entire metro area. We are a portal of entry provider, meaning we can ensure your client is triaged accordingly and coordinate all aspects of your client's chiropractic and medical care from start to finish, including referrals to medical doctors, specialists, and imaging. This is Dr. Fowler. Your injury clients deserve the best: transportation, extended hours, and compliance monitoring. We understand your needs. Refer your injury and accident victims right now by calling us at 404-383-1110 or visit us at yourfinespine.com.
Ready? All right.
Okay.
All right.
Just your name and you're rocking with the #1 rated business show.
All right. Cool. Number one rated business show.
Yeah,
Mhm.
#1 rated business show.
Say no more. Hey, peace, family. It's Jay Morrison, and I'm rocking with the #1 rated business show.
Perfect. Cool. All
He
let's go.
did this
Hold
too
on
many
real quick.
times before.
Press
Good
go.
work with professionals
You know what I'm
now.
saying? Just tell me press go. Take him where you're gonna take him at.
Oh, right here.
Okay, back.
Yeah, get him right here in front of his back, bro.
Let me move.
All right.
How many of y'all do a day?
2.
Gotcha.
You do 2 a day.
If y'all don't mind, will you take a photo for me, please, man?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It's a dope shirt, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's me. You don't want me.
This is the Rockstar KC.
And Mr. Marketology.
Invite everybody to join us at our brand new time for the #1 rated morning show at
10 a.m. in the morning.
live on the Real 1100 AM and iHeartRadio all over the world.
And that's Monday through Friday.
Attention, radio station listener. This might make you say, oh my god. Get this station in 1,500 live stations, plus a custom station you can create all in one. Right now. Download the free app now at iHeartRadio.com. Oh my god.
Hey, this is Lorenzo Sanford, astrologer to the people who want to be healed and happy. I'm here with the marketologist and the rock star on the #1 show.
I mean,
Yeah. All the ladies say ho. And all of those say What? We got another intro? We got something different?
We are back right here on the number one rated business. So we come back from commercial break.
It's about time we get
taking my
something
drink out
else.
the way, bro. Y'all are not taking my drink. That is the right song.
First of all, if we're not gonna play no gospel, we're not gonna play nothing.
We play some gospel. You got that Kurt Franklin and that little baby.
Look, here
There
we
you go.
Little baby. Gospel. Really?
We trying to support entrepreneurship for the younger generation to get them involved.
Yolanda.
And make them want to be entrepreneurs. Okay.
CCBB.
So you
don't even know who I'm talking about, do you? You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
You talking about Yolanda Adams, CC and BB Wine, bro. I was raised in
You're a heathen.
I was on the rough side.
You're a heathen.
Of the mountain.
Oh!
What? And I'm doing. My mama ought to be proud right now.
She is proud.
There you go. Turn up.
We will be better than ever. Made a promise we can do it together.
That's my church song every day of the week.
Look. About time, man. You gotta get your life right.
I'm trying to.
We gonna work on it.
I'm almost there.
All right.
Almost there.
All right.
And just for the month of May, I brought in a special doctor to help me out.
Yeah.
Maybe help you a little bit more than me because I'm a little bit further. No, we ain't gonna take about that. It's all right.
I've been eating vitamins, so I should be good.
Okay. Join us to the program. She is known as the model doc. And she light skinned.
What does that have to do with anything?
Dr.
How is
Barbara.
that even relevant?
Exactly. It's like
Dr. Barbara.
anything.
Joy Jones, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm happy to be here. You guys are tough.
Oh, thank you. We try. And I try to work with him because, he just rebels. It's like a 15-year-old boy just rebelling.
I take offense to that.
You do.
I'm more like a 13-year-old. No, I'm joking.
Do men ever grow past 13 with their
I don't
humor?
know. I don't know.
Jeff didn't. But
first of all,
how are you doing today, good doctor?
Yes.
I'm excellent. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. We're glad you're here. Please help us. Help him. Help him. Let her help you.
I'm gonna let you get it out, Jeff. I'm gonna just let you because you.
I got a lot
on me a lot.
I got a lot of pent
I get
up.
it. We got a PR person in the room today.
Let's talk about something more relevant.
She see it. The gap between us is starting to, I'm going this way, you going that way. It's all right, Jeff.
First of all,
don't hate on your way down.
First of all, I gotta give you that one. That was a good one. I like that.
Oh my goodness. Back to our guest.
All right.
How we doing today, Doc?
I'm excellent. Thankful for Praise Jackson, my publicist, for getting me in with y'all.
She the best in the world. I tell folks all the time.
Yes.
I can do everything but get a booked on my show.
See how he throw you under the bus, Praise? All the time, just throw everybody under the bus.
That's how I do. We got a doctor that can take care of them wounds for you.
Exactly.
Now you just recently opened a brand new integrated medical practice.
Yes, I'm.
Now I love this new word, integration in medicine. All right, because it's like such. I don't know. Some folks they mean different things, but I know you. You mean the best by it. Now, what type of medicine are you guys integrating together?
Okay, so I'm the chief medical officer of the Healthy Woman on the primary care side arm, right? On that arm, we also have 3 OB-GYN practices, Dr. Jocelyn Slaughter-Moore, Dr. Emerald Lovely, and Dr. Ayaba Clemens.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm the first on the primary care side.
Okay.
So Dr. Jocelyn, I'm her physician, her primary care physician.
Okay.
And Dr. Jocelyn, she's my OB-GYN. So we were just shooting talking, and we basically just said, why don't we have the Healthy Woman Primary Care? And so here we had that conversation actually last May, May 5th, actually. And here we are today. I opened up the first primary care practice on January 17th.
Oh, wow.
And so what that means is I'm primary care, the first face of medicine, the first person that you see in preventative measures. Like I'll do labs or do a full physical exam.
Okay.
And if there's something out of my scope that you need to see somebody for, like if you're due for your colonoscopy at 45, I'm going to send you to the gastroenterologist. If, let's just say, I did a pap smear and it's abnormal, then I'm going to send you to our OB-GYN so that they can do the colposcopy or figure out what's going on with you.
Now, this day and age of medicine, how important is that to have that team around you? Because we talk about in business, so much about having a team. Because I remember growing up, you go see your primary care, and then you got to call this one over here. Maybe you can go get to see them in, a week or two or something like that. By the time you finish the antibiotics, and you don't even need to see the specialist. How important is that, or how great is that for your patients that you got all of it just right there?
It's excellent. So basically, if a woman gets pregnant, I'll pass her off to OB-GYN at 8 to 10 weeks. Then 8 weeks after you give birth, you come right back to me. And so it's basically health from we see 12 years and older. So I see men and women, and obviously OB-GYNs only see women.
Except for Kevin.
That is a gynecologist.
I know what it is.
Okay, he doesn't have medical background like myself. It's all right. We just trying to help you out. Just keep going.
But it's lovely, and also one of my biggest strengths is networking too. So I have been in the community. I live in Gwinnett, and I went to medical school in Gwinnett at Georgia PCOM.
Okay,
wow.
And then I went to residency at Northside Gwinnett. And then I was held on as a attending physician for 4 years with Northside as a lead physician for one of their primary care places. And then I decided to go out on my own in 2022.
Wow.
So because of that, my roots in Gwinnett are very strong.
Okay.
So I have very good relationships with specialists. So and a lot of times if you don't have those relationships, you basically give the patient the referral. They got to find it themselves, whoever, who their insurance pays for. I basically make it more personal, and it's a warm sell. You are going to this physician. I know them. When you see them, tell them to call me or text me so that there's continuity of care. A lot of times everything's so disjointed. So the strength of network and having a team around you is excellent. And I feel that I've done that as a primary care physician.
But that's so invaluable. I know, dealing with my daughters, having that continuity of care, like one doctor understands what the other doctor is doing. They got each other's notes. They can talk to each other in real time. That type of stuff is important, especially when it takes more than one doctor to treat this patient.
And I legit don't refer to physicians unless I can call you and do a curbside. So an example, if I have someone who comes in for a rash and I need to figure out, do I give this antibiotics? Do I do steroids? Do I do antifungal? Is this a fungus? I need to call you. You answer the phone, and so you can help direct me.
Okay. Now, how often you get people walk in and be like, "Yeah, I got this rash," and you be like, "Look, this is not how that works. You can't just walk."
Majority of the time, the rashes are sent to my inbox.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm like, this is not how this works. You can't just walk up in here and tell me I got this rash.
Oh,
rashes are very common. Yes.
Oh yes,
Kevin.
Bro, I got kids. Trust me, I know rashes is coming.
Now, with the way things have changed over the past few years, how has your practice adopted a lot of the change? Because with COVID, with pandemic, healthcare changes, I'm sure that your practice had to modify to change for comfort of people, making it convenient.
So as we're seeing in practice, so when I came into practice, how I was taught in medical school and residency, actually treating patients at that highest level of my education and training, I saw that about 20 to 30% of my patients were not getting better. So I personally went and learned how to integrate and be more holistic so that I have multiple skills in my toolbox along with that training. And that's what integrating means along with conventional medicine, which may be surgery, procedures, prescriptions, and things like that, that I have another tool in my toolbox if that's not going to work for you, that I'll be able to help 100% of my patients.
Wow.
And so that's how I've done it. But the issue with that is, if you're doing a fee for service where you use your insurance and pay a copay, the reimbursement has gone down what they pay doctors, which is why the volume has significantly gone up.
Oh, okay.
So the way that I try to integrate, so I'm a DO, a doctor of osteopathy. So
Okay.
there's a million fully functioning physicians in the country.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say 90% are MDs, about 10 to 15% are DOs. We
Oh,
do
yeah.
everything an MD does, but in our training, we get manual manipulations. It's called osteopathic manipulative
Yep.
treatment,
Okay.
It's
where
a
it's
lot more
like
like
massage,
chiropractic medicine.
chiropractic,
Yeah.
or like physical therapy all in one. So
Okay.
that's an extra skill in my toolbox. So that's the way that I integrate. I
Okay.
pick and choose and say, okay, I can treat you before I send you to orthopedic surgery or sports medicine.
Mhm.
I might be able to put you on my osteopathic table and treat you.
Okay.
Then I have mentors like Dr. Ellie Campbell. She's a functional medicine family physician. And I call her and I curbside. For a physician, curbside means you call another physician who has more expertise.
Okay.
And then they give you information.
Okay.
So I call people all the time and ask her to help me treat more holistically. But because we only get a certain amount of time, because this is a fee for service, because you paid your copay and this is insurance and conventional medicine.
Yeah.
What I do is I come up with resources.
Okay.
I'll find other holistic YouTube doctors and I'll say, hey, to my patient, you're pre-diabetic. Let's put this in remission.
Okay.
I don't want to put you on metformin. I don't want you to get on medicine.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
go
I want the
watch
medicine.
these videos. If the patient does their homework and does their reading, watches the YouTube videos, does those things that I don't have the time to teach them, and they come back and we talk about it, I'll continue to integrate and be more holistic with them.
Okay.
If they don't do their homework, patients, if y'all don't do your homework, we just gonna treat you conventionally. We just gonna have to
Kevin.
put you on medicine because I can't have you out here
Bruh.
with high blood pressure and an A1C through the roof. You know?
They won't do right. They just won't do
I
right.
do what I'm supposed to. This one over here, let me tell you, his hemoglobin A1C, let me tell you, double digits.
First of all, keep my business out the
Double
streets.
digits.
Keep my business
Thank
out the
you, doctor.
streets. My business
Double
is my
digits.
business. Keep that laundry in the house.
He go to McDonald's.
First of all,
He go to
I gave
Krispy
up McDonald's.
Kreme. He go to Burger King.
I don't go to Krispy Kremes. I go to
And he don't
Ray's
even get
Donuts.
the Impossible one.
I go to Ray's Donuts, not Krispy Kreme.
You go to
Thank
Ray's.
you. Yes.
Stop eating the damn donuts, Jeff.
Donuts and coffee is a morning,
You ain't supposed to
a
have
good
no
morning
donuts.
breakfast. Anyway, back to
I don't
you.
think so, but okay.
Thank you, doctor.
All right.
Anyway, we're not talking about me. This isn't about me, Kevin. As you're treating patients holistically, I know
Yes.
that's very popular now.
Mhm.
How do you, I guess you would say, cut through a lot of the self-diagnosed, self-medicating type of people that say, you know, I heard that you just go out here and eat this or you drink that. You know, how when they come to you and they already know what they need, like Kevin, how do you, tell them, look, I'm a doctor. I know what's best.
Right.
You
So
know.
so another thing is being humble.
Mhm.
Medicine doubles in knowledge and everything, like basically every 5 years.
Mhm.
So I'm actually open-minded that if a patient has done their research, they've been with another physician or they have trialed things,
Mhm.
I actually will say, hey, I'll learn from you. If you want to be your own guinea pig
Mhm.
and you want to report back to me, I'll go and do my due diligence and do my own research. But I'm not haughty. I don't have God complex. I basically am very open and learn with my patients.
Okay.
Just like I actually have a lot in the transgender community of them coming in and establishing care with me. I'm affirming and I am open to that in the future. And I tell them, hey, I was not taught in medical school and residency how to treat you, but I can give you compassion. I can treat you like a human being.
Mhm.
And if you are willing to work with me, I'll learn with you.
Wow.
So
Okay.
when people bring stuff to me, I say this is like I really believe it, but if it's completely out there
I mean,
and
but
completely
other than-
quackery, I do have to
No,
shut that
that's
down.
big.
But I'm
But-
very open.
Yeah.
But other than I mean hormone therapy and this type of
Nah,
stuff, they ain't
man.
no different than nobody else.
Yeah, but no, that's big that you learning with your patients, because
Yeah.
I've had doctors that I'll tell them, hey, this is making me sick. They be like, don't worry, you'll get used to it. Just keep taking it for a couple more
Because
weeks.
your doctors don't like you, Jeff. Moving on to the next question. This day and age of medicine,
Yes.
the business of medicine. Let's talk about that a little bit because one of the biggest things I found, I worked in the medical field for years.
Mhm.
One of the biggest things I found that drives the cost of medicine up so high is the games with the insurance company and the doctor's office.
Mhm.
It's like they'll drop this. Well, last year we might have reimbursed $1,000 for this diagnosis. Well, this year we only gonna do it $900. Then the office turn around. Well, we're gonna up our fees to $1,100 so we can get the $900 we used to get.
Yeah.
I understand the game, but this day and age in medicine is like, how does that play out for patients and this type of thing, or what's the future of that?
I feel that really nobody wins.
Mm.
So before in medicine, the physicians were in the driver's seat. But we love practicing medicine, but we aren't necessarily business minded or haven't been in the
Oh, yeah.
past.
You didn't go to school for
And
that.
so
went
you
to help
would
people.
you would hire somebody who was business minded to
Mhm.
help you, right? It's completely shifted now, where instead of the physician being in the driver's seat and
Mhm.
allowing the MBA to be shotgun, who's driving now is the MBA.
Insurance company.
So therefore, if the
Oh.
MBA is driving
Mhm.
and then the physician is just the employee thereof, it's
Mhm.
basically it's pretty transactional. It is I don't think anybody wins. So
Okay.
when I was still practicing for corporate American medicine, I felt that nobody won. Here's why: because I couldn't basically do the whole churning of patients. I continued to spend time and do my due diligence. It just took from me, where I stayed afterwards, where I was overextending myself, and the patients got what they needed,
Mhm.
because we needed to schedule enough patients to keep the doors open, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
So then I was sacrificing myself. I'm entering into a new stage of life where I'm a newlywed and we're trying to have children. I bet you I'm not staying till 6 or 7 o'clock at night if I have a 6-month-old at
Oh,
home.
yeah. That's true.
So
Yeah.
then who has to pay? The physician has to basically do the whole, you only have 15 minutes there. I'm gonna spend my 6 or 7 minutes with you.
Yeah.
You may not get the education or love or empathy and tenderness that you need, but it's a fee for service. I don't have time. I got to get out of here. I got to
Yeah.
finish my charts, because only 20% is patient facing. The other 80% is administrative
Oh, yeah.
and documenting
Oh wow.
and
Yeah.
lab reviews and reviewing imaging. So y'all
Mhm.
just see, I only got 7 minutes. Well, I actually just spent about 2 more minutes on you. You just didn't see my face.
Okay.
And
I
so
think
it's
doctors
just,
don't
it's
have-
exhausting. And then prior authorizations, like I say, my patient needs this.
Mhm.
And yet the insurance company says you have to fill out this, do this, have a physician to
Yep.
physician consult. Like, where am I getting paid for that time that I spend 25 minutes on the phone with this physician and then 45 minutes doing the
Oh, yeah.
paperwork?
Yeah.
The patients lose,
Yeah.
because then they're put on the less effective medicine, because ain't nobody trying to do no prior
But
authorizations.
Yeah.
physicians don't have that space to talk about that enough, I don't think. To
No,
really talk
we
about,
don't.
look, this is the reason why healthcare sucks. It ain't got nothing to do with what we want to do or what we're trying to do.
Mhm.
This is the system that we got to play with. This is the game we got to play.
Yeah.
And the thing is, once we're at, people don't understand that we took, it took me 13 years to get to this point. And yes, now I'm making an okay living, but
Mhm.
sure, that also comes along with the $426,000 of student loan debt,
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
in which I basically, my husband and I call it
Wait
the
a minute,
second
hold on,
mortgage, where I'm paying
426.
$3,800 a month on student loans. So
Mm.
you get what I'm saying? So it comes at a cost. So when people are like, you signed on the dotted line, you should pay your, student loans. Everybody's
From my
I'm
cold
thinking,
dead hands, Sally Mae gets my money.
right,
Woo.
right. And
Mm.
I guess I didn't mind paying the $280 when I came out of med school, but just the, I don't know,
We
just
don't
all
talk
that
about that.
insurance
Oh, yeah.
or the the
Yes.
interest. I'm like, that was
I'm not
crazy.
even- I'm
I
not
felt
even
like
gonna
I
get
was
on y'all.
sodomized with no lube.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna get on y'all president that's
I'm-
done backed away from writing them out, because you remember
Yeah,
we were supposed to get rid of them.
I've been waiting on that for a
Man,
long time.
ass.
But anyway, let's get off student loans. Let's talk about how medicines play a role. Like, for
Mhm.
instance, I've been we're not talking about me. Some people have been switched from certain medicine. They'll say, "Oh, we're trying this new medicine out instead of this one." And I'm a business person, so I'm like, so basically, y'all's terms are a little bit better with the new medicine, not that the medicine works better. And so they're like, "Yeah, we're going to go ahead and try this one." And one of the doctors even told me they gave us a better deal. I'm like, so my life is based on y'all got a better, deal with this supplier versus this one.
Mhm.
How often does that play? That these pharmaceutical companies say, "Hey, push my product. We want to incentivize it this way,"
Mhm.
and then the doctor say, "Okay, this is what we're going to give you," not based on the patient per se, but just based on the supply of medicine that they're getting.
I would say the insurance companies have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Mhm.
Tier 1 is the medicine that they want the physician for you to prescribe,
Mhm.
correct? But the thing is, there's hundreds of insurance companies. I came into medicine to prescribe what I think you should have,
Mhm.
not what each individual insurance company says that you should be on and what they consider tier 1.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
So a lot of times I actually put the onus back on the patient.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let them know. If somebody is new onset diabetes, I want to put you on something called a GLP-1 agonist. There's 7 of them. I don't know which one is considered first tier for your insurance company. I'm not going to prescribe it today. You do your due diligence. You call your insurance company and you call us back and let us know what is tier 1, and then I'll prescribe that.
Wow.
Versus I prescribe it and it gets sent back and the pharmacy is sending faxes and saying, hey, it's not covered by this. Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, so you have access to your tier 1 medicines, and you should look them up.
I should. And TikTok is not a medicine. I mean, Tic Tacs is not a medicine, Kevin.
Did you say
even though it
Tic Tacs
looks
is
like
not a
a pill, it is not a medicine.
You know, I come from the medical field. Anybody listening to me understands that already. So we're not.
First of all, you mopping floors at the hospital does not come from the medical field.
I have worked in physical therapy. I have worked in the ER. I have been a nursing tech.
You bring in the charts does not consider you as
I done done everything in the hospital. Ask my mama, bro. Like for real.
He always say ask his mama. Like his mama.
Do you have his mama's number?
Exactly.
My mama been a nurse for over 40 years, bro.
No, he always said that. Can nobody contact his mom? And his mom not gonna be like, my son's a liar.
My mama did say she don't like Jeff, but
your mama just don't know me.
I got this shirt.
She just doesn't know me well enough.
Dude, I saw this shirt. It said, me and my mama sit around and talk about you.
I like that though. Anyway, back to real work.
What is your typical patient? Like, who are the typical patients that you see, and anybody that might want to visit your practice? Who would be the perfect person?
So I see 12 years and older. So basically Monday through Thursday, my practice will see women.
Okay.
And then through internal referrals, I will see your daddy, your brother, your son, your husband. And usually I actually do have the wives come in, because usually when I ask the men questions, they always say, I'm here because my wife is scheduled me.
Yeah, we don't like
my
going
wife.
to the doctor.
So I'm like, you may as well just bring your wife.
Yeah.
12 and older. I love teenagers as well.
Wait a minute. She tried to say we're dumb. I just caught that. She tried to say the men don't know nothing. Yeah.
You said that, not me.
No. She like the men are dumb. Bring your wife.
I'm the voice, because my wife would have came in and said, let his ass die. Okay. That was the first thing she told. Whatever gonna kill him.
But basically anybody who wants the first face of medicine,
okay.
Somebody who's coming in that really doesn't have any issues and just wants to know their baseline. People who do have ailments and chronic conditions, who want somebody who may manage it in a more holistic way. And if not, I do treat conventionally. I do prescribe medicine.
Okay.
Or if it's out of my scope and I'm not comfortable, then I can send you to a specialist in which there is continuity of care, because I'll send you to physicians that answer my phone calls who will actually call me back and tell me about you.
Wow. Now this, you just celebrated the grand opening, or are we opening?
We have a grand opening.
Okay.
Yes. May 15th. It's a Sunday from 1 to 3. It's at my practice, and it'll be ribbon cutting will be that's this weekend.
Isn't May 15th this week?
Show your true colors, Joe. Show your true colors.
Today's May 3rd.
Hey, Miles, edit that out.
Don't know where Mother's Day is.
Edit that out, Miles.
So yes, May 15th.
So I know I'm invited. Jeff, it's cool. I'll cover it for us. Don't worry about it, Jeff. But what else we gonna have at this grand opening?
So we're doing it pretty big. So my husband, DJ Dapper, she'll be DJing.
Okay.
We have the MC and host, Kiana Dancy, the Kiana Dancy.
Oh yeah, that's my girl. I know her.
Yep. Praise Jackson has been on it, getting interviews like this to start
this
spreading
gonna be
the
an
word.
event if she behind it. All right, I'm coming.
Elementsofdelight.com.
All right.
And my besties, Morgan and Shiv, putting all the decorations together. We're doing it pretty big. The expectation is, a few hundred people.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So just super, super excited about it. Super excited for actually even primary care physicians, OB-GYNs, to come and see our business model, because we are a physician-friendly practice.
Okay.
Mostly when you come out of medical school and residency, the thought process is to go work for a hospital, which is what I did. But we just want to show that there's other forms and other ways to practice medicine in terms that are good for you to be a mother, to be a father, to have a family, to have the life that you deserve. Versus, corporate America. Yeah.
Well, we definitely got to get you to come back and talk about your modeling career, because I can't wait to hear more about that part. We talked about we talked about you being a doctor.
Instagram
today, we gotta talk
at
about
the model doc.
part.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, now, if anybody want to follow you, once again, how can people get follow you and find out more information?
So more personally, at the Model Doc is on Instagram. So TheModelDoc at the Model Doc.
Okay.
And if you are in Gwinnett, or even if you're not, I'm worth the drive.
All right.
The Healthy Woman
She said
Primary
she's worth it.
Care, where we see 12 and older men and women. You can make an appointment at 770-809-1220.
Gwinnett has its own traffic though.
I know.
It
Going
has
on 85.
it has
all
like its
day
own
long.
set of traffic.
Like, where the hell is y'all going? And
Yeah.
stay up there. Stop coming back down here. Goodness. Once again, it's been another episode of the #1 rated business show right here on the Real 1100 AM iHeartRadio. Checking in all over the world. Thank you so much to Dr. Barbara Joy, the Model Doc.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
I'm glad
Number
you
1
came.
rated.
Yes. I'm glad you came to get Kevin straight because he's been prescribing some nonsense lately.
Jeff, we're getting some comments from social media.
What they say?
They would appreciate it if Jeff took a day off tomorrow.
I appreciate
know where
it if
that's
I do
coming
too. Hey, I thank
Is
you
it
for
pay
that.
time off?
Exactly. I appreciate that. I need some time off.
Oh, my goodness. Thank y'all so much for joining us right here on the Real 1100 AM iHeartRadio. You can follow me right there on Instagram at I am KC Pride.
And you can
Jeff
follow
at
me at Mr. Marketology. And if you're on Instagram, it's Mr.Marketology because they won't give me my other account back. But that's too much to say. Mr. Marketology on everything else, though.
You just need to change it to the grumpy one.
I'm not grumpy, man.
Is it something you can get him for grumpiness?
I'm not grumpy. Am I grumpy?
I know it's a pill
I
or
think
something
y'all
out there
like
for
arguing.
grumpiness.
Are you sure you're not brothers?
Some whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Am I grumpy, Miles? I'm not grumpy.
Not all the time.
You've been very pleasant.
Thank you.
Today.
Thank you.
I can tell when you ain't had your whiskey though.
First of all, we got a doctor in the house. You needed to keep that on the low. You know,
Well, we're going to get us some pills, some
whiskey's
shots.
good for you, though.
We are out.
Whiskey is good for you.
You can put it in a hot
Yeah,
toddy.
they twins, I can tell that apart. I got big packs coming on the way. I got big stacks coming out to save. I got Lil Max with me, he the wave. It's a big gap between us in the game. In the next life, I'm